We want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for coming today. There were so many people who were involved in making this possible. So we want to start by thanking our families for all of their help throughout this process.
I want to thank everyone because we wouldn't be here today without you guys. And I think that goes beyond, just helping us out, but also kind of your love and support. You really take the characteristics of the people you surround yourself with, and that's our friends and our family. And I think we have the best friends in the family in the world, and so we're glad we can all celebrate this today, but also, we're going to celebrate every day going in the future. It's what marriage should be, and we look forward to being on that journey, with you guys.
My name's Chelsea Voet. I grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. I have one younger brother. His name is Josh. I went to Miller North High School, and after high school, I went to Missouri State University in Springfield, Missouri, and I played soccer there for 4 years. After college, I came back to Omaha and I went to PA school at UNMC. I'm currently practicing for CHI Health on their kidney team. My parents growing up instilled in me the value of family and spending a lot of quality time with family. They also instilled in me the value of faith. We went to church every Sunday and making sure that we said our prayers and put God into everything that we did.
I was born in Humboldt, Iowa. I think I only lived there for like 3 months, so don't have much of a memory of it. But then I grew up in Pender, Nebraska, raised there for about 18 years. Following Pender, I went to school at the University of Missouri, where I got degrees in economics and statistics. I got a job out of college with the Army Corps of Engineers in the Kansas City district. After I met Chelsea, I moved to Omaha and became the Chief of Economics for the Omaha district with the Army Corps of Engineers. My parents always put family first. They instilled a set of values as far as love and appreciation for each other. We grew up going to church every Sunday, going on family vacations together, and then just seeing how my parents treated each other and how they treated others. They're always very giving, putting other people first. It was the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. I went out with a couple buddies.
He was out with some of his friends at Parliament Pub in West Omaha, and I was there with my roommate, Christy.
My buddy Colby's like, I know a bartender at Parliament Pub. If you want to go to Parliament, and I said, works for me.
I saw him and his two friends from across the bar, and as I was walking to the restroom, I kind of glanced at them and was like, oh wow, that guy in the middle is really cute.
We were getting kind of bored, and I noticed a girl kind of wearing I don't know, it was a white shirt or a blouse, and I was like, I think she's checking me out.
And I turned to my roommate and was like, well, should I buy them a drink? So I bought all 3 of them Coors Lights.
Next thing you know, there was 3 beers in front of us, and so then me and Chelsea started talking.
I remember asking Drew where he was from, and he said Kansas City, and I said, well, the Kansas side or the Missouri side, and his answer was the good side.
So I bought her a shot of tequila, and then she proceeded to make fun of me the rest of the night about trying to take a chaser with my shot of tequila.
And we went our separate ways at the end of the night.
Kind of went our separate ways when we left the bar. I was like, oh, well, never gonna see her again. I mean, what are the odds I'm ever gonna see her, talk to her again? That night I was just kind of laying in bed, found her on Facebook, and I was like, you know, I gotta send her a message.
And the message said, "Who did you actually buy the beer for?" And since then we've been talking and now engaged and getting married.
From hello, what's your name? To oh no, I'll never be the same. Oh, you've been changing me.
We were texting pretty frequently, pretty much daily.
The conversation was just so natural and easy, and you just found out how many things like we had in common.
And we were trying to figure out when we were gonna meet next.
I was like, I'll be around, I think, weekend before Christmas. I have Christmas in Lincoln on Saturday. You know, I can swing by Omaha on like Friday night.
Started the night at Ponzu, the sushi place in Exarban. And then we went to the Good Life, which is a bar out in West Omaha.
Really hit it off as far as like, you know, we had similar values, similar interests. And I was like, you know what, we should probably like go back to where we met and, you know, like get a shot of tequila at Parliament, you know, just, you know, for old time's sake. We ended the night having a beer and a shot of tequila at Parliament.
Oh, I never thought I could get the chance to be here with you.
So our first kiss was outside the back of Parliament Pub. Not the first time we met, but the second time after our first date.
I remember at one point in the night at Parliament, she got up to go to the bathroom and she kind of like kissed me on the cheek. And I was just like, I think I'm gonna make a move. We were leaving, and I know it was really romantic, but it was like right outside the back door of the Parliament, you know, right in front of the trash cans.
As far as who initiated it, had a couple drinks, I don't necessarily remember.
I can't say for sure who made the first move. I'm gonna say it was probably me, but
I'll take his word for it.
Just take some time, but little by little, yeah, we'll get it right.
We started dating probably November, December, and there was a weekend in February where Drew came up from Kansas City. On Friday night, he met my family, and on Saturday night, we spent the evening and I got to meet his family. It was after that weekend that I knew for sure that Drew was somebody I could see spending the rest of my life with. He fit really well in my family, and I could picture our life in his family as well. So just seeing everything fit together, that was definitely the point where I knew.
first time I knew she was the one was on our second date. She took me to Barnes & Noble. We went on like basically a scavenger hunt there, and I was like, man, this girl's pretty awesome. I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of her. A couple dates later, we went out with like my family and just completely hit it off. I think my family would have gotten rid of me at that point over her. That same weekend, I also met her family, and knowing how important my family was to me and having a close family, just seeing how close they were and how accepting and loving they were, I just kind of knew like right after that weekend where we met both the families that she was probably the one.
Crazy fools to left feet, step by step, heartbeat by beat. Life's a song, love's a dance. So come and take my hand.
I ended up going to Kansas City for a weekend, and it was almost our year anniversary.
She took me on a scavenger hunt on one of our first dates. I brought up something similar. I was like, hey, I kind of want to do like a around the world tour or something along those lines where we go to like different areas in Kansas City that are associated with different countries or different continents. I went out and bought the game Risk.
And each of the country cards associated with the game was associated with a place in Kansas City.
And I'm thinking like, okay, I need to like plan it out where I'm gonna propose, you know, I would need it to be like a certain territory. And Chelsea grabs the deck and she goes, nope. She just took the deck and draws a card that night.
I picked Argentina, and we went to a bar or a wine bar and had a bottle of wine from Argentina.
The next day, so Chelsea's got the bag like in her purse, and I'm like, so I have no idea how this day is gonna go.
The next day, we picked various cards. We went to a hockey bar for Canada. We had pizza for Italy. We had so many different types of food that day. It was absolutely crazy.
Finally, she draws like Scandinavian. So we find this like Norwegian restaurant. And we basically have like an hour to propose because we're supposed to be at her friend's house at 5:30. That's when I knew it was like the next card she draws that's what I'm proposing at.
I pulled Russia and we went to the World War I Memorial.
The World War I Museum is like a perfect place because it's like overlooks the city. I'm like, this is great, okay.
It has a really great view. Drew's like, let's get a great picture.
It's like, I'll find someone to take a picture. And she's like, no, let's just take a selfie. And I was like, no, we don't, no. We should find someone to take it.
So he walked up to this lady, he's like, hey, can you take our picture?
When she went to the bathroom one time, I got in her purse and I took out the South Africa card.
And then he turned to me, like, we can also cross off this other country, South Africa.
I was like, well, is this box from South Africa? And she goes, like, I don't know what's in it. And I was like,
and then he got down on one knee, he opened it, and he said, will you conquer the world with me?
She said yes, I think.
The photos turned out great. Photo credit to some random lady. And we get to my friend's house and we walk up and we come into her house and both of our families are there.
It was pretty awesome.
I don't know how, but I just know now that I do.
So I picked the word inclusive to describe Drew because he loves to be involved in lots of different things. He also doesn't like to leave anybody out. If we have a family gathering and our friends are also getting together, he tries to do everything, go to both gatherings, even if it's only a short period of time at each. He also kind of has FOMO, fear of missing out, and really has a hard time saying no.
So if I had to choose one word to describe Chelsea, it's caring. Again, she's one of the most genuinely, honestly caring people I know. I think one of my nephews said, like, Drew, Chelsea makes you such a nicer person. And I mean, it's true. She's the most thoughtful person when it comes to, remember everyone's birthdays. Every time we visit the nieces and nephews, she's always bringing gifts for them. She's got a big heart. E-N-T-A-R-Y. If we had to choose one word, to be complimentary, because we are very, when they say like opposites attract, I'm a very patient person. She is not so much. And I think we kind of really balance each other out in that aspect.
Drew waits until 2 hours before his homework's due to do his homework, and I finished my assignments like a week in advance if I could have.
Kind of the perfect match.
It worked out because if I wasn't a planner, we wouldn't have this wedding.
I've seen lightning strike 1,000 times, but you took me by surprise. I never believed in perfect time, and I don't know how, but I just know now that I do.
Drew, I want to thank you for being the person that you are and allowing me to be who I am too. I'm typically a very high-strung type A personality, and when I'm with you, you allow me to be this little kid that I've never been in my entire life and be a little laid back and goofy, and I think you're probably the only one who's seen that side of me, so I thank you for that.
We made it. I couldn't have chosen a better person to go along on the journey to this day and on the journey going forward. So can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
Maybe we're made for a time like this, counting each breath so we wouldn't miss it. Don't close your eyes. Undecided in all our trouble. Say goodbye, well you know I'd follow. Don't close your eyes. All said and done, catch your breath somehow, knowing that the only one's watching now. Don't close your
take you, Chelsea, to be my wife.
I, Chelsea, take you, Drew,
To be my husband.
to be my husband,
I promise to be faithful to you
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health
to love you
Which one?
and to honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.